Waiting for... There we go. We are live. All right, here we go. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another Webflow workshop. I am your host, Nelson. Thank you for joining me this week. Like I always like to start off before I get into any topic, I want to say thank you to everyone in the live chat room. Who's in here today? I know Webflame was first. He was 2 hours early. Jeez, man. Laurent Riley, Ironwood, Laurent, Alex, Noed, Anna, hello, Nita, Nav, Graham, Lance. Yeah, okay, cool. So thank you guys for being early birds, and welcome to another week. This is the first week of second week of February. So yeah, we're just getting through it, and today's topic is going to be creating a background scroll interaction in Webflow, and I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to do it from scratch. Now, in an earlier workshop, what I did was I interviewed one half of Hecko, the creative agency that won a Site of the Day award for making this site inside of Webflow. But the thing that, caught me off guard was this scrolling effect. And I, kind of reverse engineer it, try to figure out how to do it on my own. And I was able to learn it and understand, and I want to share this knowledge with you guys. But let's look at this site. So what's happening is, as I'm scrolling through each section of the page, watch what happens to the background. It changes. Okay? And this is really nice because usually on websites you see a row and then you see a hard line that changes to a different color background on the next row and then another hard line. But with this kind of interaction, there is no hard lines. It's just a fluid, natural transition. So you're in different sections because the background changes, but you don't get a hard line, okay? So I've seen some sites that are going away from a hard line, maybe a raggedy edge or something, like a paper rip or something like that, or a curved or even an angled edge to signify that you're on a different section of this page. Well, with this one, you can signify you're on a different section by changing your background on a scroll. Another site that's done this, and I was informed by one of my colleagues here at Webflow that this site also did it as well. It's superduper.wtf. And here, let me put the link right there in the chat room. Superduper. So this, again, was built in Webflow. And they have a different background, but they're, instead of using solid colors, they're using a gradient. So I'm going to a different section and changes gradient, different section. And they have 3D transforms there. And so, yeah. So that's all it is. It may seem, without even, jumping into Webflow, it may seem like, oh my God, that's complicated. And it, yes, Webflame, you can buy a WTF domain name. So, yeah. Now thank you. All right, so here's my version of it inside of Webflow, and I made something super simple with 5 sections. Okay, so that's section 1. There's section 2. It changes background color. Section 3 changes again. Section 4 and section 5. So yes, you can also do it with background images. Background videos, because background videos are just a div with a video background in it. So, yeah, Jake V says, effing nice. Yes. This transition, this effect is really nice. And it's so subtle. And it wasn't until I saw Hecko's site that I'm like, I want to learn that. So, here we go. Have my interaction. So, all I did was I have one interaction for each one. And I'm going to start from scratch to show you guys how to do this. Okay? So I have one interaction for each one. And let's go ahead and start a new page. Okay, let me start a new page. Okay, demo. And let me delete these guys right here. Let me delete all of these. Okay, cool. All right, now we're from scratch. Now, if you're watching a recording of this video, of this stream, this is where you want to start, okay? We noticed you don't have any. Would you like to save your site without interactions? Yes. Okay, here we go. Blank slate. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out my page, okay? So let's bring in a section. I'm going to bring this section in, and we're going to call everything demo something. So demo row 1, okay? Actually, yeah, demo row 1, and this one is going to be, let's give it a height of 100 VH, and make it flex and set everything to centered horizontally and vertically for the child. And let's just put in some text in there. I'm going to put in a heading. We're just going to call this row 1. Okay? And now we can go and drag in another section. No, put it in the body, not in another section. There we go. And we're just going to call this demo row 2. And we're going to give this a height of, say, 600 pixels. And we're going to do the same thing, flex it out. And put in some text here. And say row 2. Actually, we don't even have to call it 2 or 3. We can just call it demo row. That way I can just copy and paste. Okay, so here we go. Row 2, 3, 4, 5. So all I did was copy the demo row and paste it inside of the navigator. So now row 2, double click here, row 3, 4, and lastly 5. Okay, so now we've set this up, and now we need to put our backgrounds. Okay, Scott, where's your footer at? Okay, FYI, this shirt, H&M. Yeah. All right, so row 5 right here. Okay, so next we want to make a div block. We're going to put a div block at the very bottom, okay? And this, we're going to call it demo BGs for backgrounds, okay? And because we want this to be a background that's fixed to the back, we're going to do a position fixed, okay? And set that to full. And just to make sure that we're not overlaying any of the rows that we already put, we're going to make sure that the z-index is -1. Okay, so yes, you can go to negatives on the z-index. And if you're unfamiliar with z-index, it's kind of like layering in a graphic design program. You know, you have different layers, but this one makes sure that this one is on the most bottom layer, that you cannot touch it. And so you see this warning right here. It says elements with negative z-index values can only be selected in the navigator tab. So in order to edit this next time, like if I click on this, I can't click on demo BGs. I have to actually go to navigator, click on demo BGs, and now I'm on it. Okay, so now we're here. Let's go ahead and drag in another block as a child in that one. Okay, come on, get in there. There we go. All right, so this one, we're going to call it BG1. Actually, demo BG1, so I don't overwrite any classes. All right, and this one is going to have a height of 100 VH. So remember, you can type in VH inside of this box. VH means viewport height. And now this background, let's give it a color of, we're going to start with orange. Awesome. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's all I want. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the same thing. Drag in a block here. Demo BG2. Well, this is going to be light blue. Okay. Oh, yeah, height 100 VH. There we go. Right. Is there something else I didn't do? I may have to go backwards because... Oh, okay. I have to set the... Hold on, let me refer back. Sorry, guys. Just want to double check my styles. Okay, so what I did was position fixed. So I position fixed all the backgrounds as well. Okay, so let me go back to demo. Okay, so demo BG1. Let me take out this height and say position fixed, full. There we go. And then when I go to demo BG2, I do the same thing. Instead of putting a height, I can just do a fixed and then full. There we go. Now it's working. Now let's go ahead and put another one. Bring a div block here. Demo BG3. This is going to be fixed, full, and then a darker blue, and then demo BG4, fixed, and then this one's going to be purple, and then lastly we're going to do our video. So instead of bringing a div block, what I'm going to do is bring in a background video. Actually, let me delete this, and I'm just going to copy from the home since I already uploaded the video. So it's right here. Copying this and putting it here. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. So we have 5 things. Let's see here. Okay, so I did -4. Okay. So I'm doing my layers now. So this is -4 on the Z index, and this one should be -3. So I'm layering them. Okay, this one is -2. This one should be -1. Okay, so this is what I did. So just to recap, okay, I put a demo BGs or a background, fixed, full, and Z index 1. The children, I want them to layer under each other. And how I did that was I created a child div, set the position to fix, full, and the first one I don't need a Z index because that's already 0. Okay? And then I just set whatever background I want. It can be a gradient, it can be a solid color. You do what you want. Okay? Or even an image. Okay? It's all up to you. Demo BG2, I did the same exact thing. Instead, the Z index is now -1. And the next one will be -2, -3, and then -4, however far down your page needs as far as how many backgrounds you need. Okay? So after that, now the part that makes it all happen is the scrolling interaction. Okay? So first thing I want to do is, oh, and I I deleted all my interactions, so hopefully I still remember. So first thing I want to do is this guy right here stays there, and then this guy right here. Okay, I think I got this. Let's try this. So for demo row 1, I'm going to create its own interaction, so demo row 1, and the trigger is going to be a scroll. And I'm going to affect a different element, and it's demo BG1. And when I scroll into view, let's say by 25%, I want it to put opacity 100%. And when I scroll out of view, it should be opacity 0. And the offset is 25%. And if I did that right, I can immediately see my work. Yep, there it goes. Okay, cool. That easy. And just rinse and repeat. So I'm going to go to the second row right here. And what I can do is I can duplicate this, and it's already row 2, so all I have to do is just change the class name, demo BG2. Done and done. Let's see if this works. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, I'm missing something. Because it's supposed to fade out. Oh, I didn't select it? Oh, there we go. So I didn't apply my interaction to that row. So there we go. So let's try this again. Row 1, row 2, row 3. Ah, there you go. Good question, Webflame. What is the offset? So, what Webflame is asking is this guy right here. What is this offset? So you can see by this icon, it kind of indicates what it is. As I'm scrolling down, 25%. If the top of the page is 0 and the bottom of the page is 100, so when I scroll down 25% of the height of this. So if I scroll down to say right here, that is when, oh, yeah, that is when I'm going to see something happen. And opposite, Alexandra has a better answer than I. You can choose at which point of the page the action takes place, in this case, 25%. I always make these long explanations, and I'm glad the chat is there to help me, because I go too far and someone just puts it in one sentence. Thank you, Alexandra. All right. So yeah, let's see. So that one worked. And yeah, now I'm on row 3. Let's go ahead and finish this thing up, because everything looks fine. And so this is what happens when you set up everything in a way that you can rinse and repeat really easily. I don't have to mess around with these anymore. I just have to I have to change the class name. And that's all I have to do for the interaction. Okay, so I go here and duplicate it, select it, change the class name to demo bg4. Done. And then lastly, we're going to demo row 5. Instead of bg4, we're going to say bg5 because it's the video one. Select it, and we should be done. Boom! That easy. Now, let's copy some of the things that Heko has done, okay? So what I've noticed, if you see, there's a slight scale. If you watch the pattern in the background, watch them scale. We know, if you've been playing with Webflow, we know that scaling is really easy to add. So let's add scaling to the last one, okay? So how we'll do this is we can go to BG5 right here, okay? And let's go ahead and scale that with transitions and transforms. So right here, the transforms, I can add a transform and scale it to something like, do something subtle, like 1.3, all right? So we have that as its default CSS style. And if we go to demo row 5 and then go to the interaction, so not only is the opacity going to become 100, but also the scale is going to go back to 1. Okay? So scale to origin. Okay? And then when I scroll out of view, I want to scale it back to 1.3. Okay? So let's see if this works. Okay. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Did it work? Huh. Okay, maybe I don't set it. Maybe I don't set it on this one. Maybe I set it on the other one. So what I'm doing is instead of setting the CSS here, I'm gonna set it as its initial interaction, as its initial appearance. And how to do that is I can set a new interaction, and I'll call it BG5, and its initial appearance will be Let's do something bigger, like 1.5. Let's get crazy with it, just to make sure we know it's working. Okay, and done and done. And I can go to demo row 5, and instead of scaling to 1.3, let's go to 1.5. Okay, if this works, then I'll further explain what I just did. Okay, let's just double check I've set everything. Yep, I set everything. Let's go back to row 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it happening? Huh. Alright, let's see what the chat is saying. You need a pattern there, Nelson, otherwise you won't see anything scale. Too fast. In which case, do you scale as a default style? In which do you scale interaction settings? I may be doing something wrong, but I know that there's two ways to set a default style. There's one doing in interactions, because you only need transforms. You know, you need transforms to set initial appearances. Or the other way, if you need, is the styles panel right here. And it's saying scale might not affect background video. Okay. Let's see here. Oh. Alright. Let's see. What if I add 200 milliseconds or increase scaling time? Oh yeah, yeah, Alex. Because I'm taking the default timing of 200 milliseconds, and so it's all happening at the same time. That could be it. Oh, love you, chat. Love you guys. This is nice. So I can go to demo row 5, and let's do the scale to origin. So notice how this has a 200 millisecond timer. That is the same thing as all the other transitions. So let's see if Alex is right. Let's do something crazy like 750 milliseconds. All right. And then this one will also be 750. So something really, really slow. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Come on, Alex. I like Alex's idea. Okay, okay, okay. No. Alex says, you affect the background with interactions and there is nothing but a color on the background, so you won't see any change. Alex says, put the video inside of a div as well. So maybe that's how they did it. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. I'm gonna put this here. Live demos, always fun. Okay, let's see. BG5 wrapper. Okay, so this one's going to be fixed, full, -4. BG5 is just going to be 100% everything. And then position is nothing, so it should be by its... So what I'm doing is, what Alex is asking me to do is put the video inside of a wrapper. And so this guy is going to be the one that's scaling, not this guy. So let's remove the interaction from that child and add it to this. And plus demo row 5 shouldn't be pointed at BG5 anymore. It should be pointed at BG5 wrapper. Okay, I'm feeling good about this one. Live troubleshooting. Alex! Thank you. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh. Like a vertigo effect from Alfred Hitchcock or something. That is cool. So yeah, it is possible. It just takes tinkering, and that's the fun thing about Webflow, tinkering. Great job, Alex. Thank you so much. So yeah, you can do so much with this effect, and when it comes to effects like this, they can be trendy, they can be overused, but done in a subtle manner can really help the site look super clean. And some people who know me know that I'm not a fan of parallax scrolling, but if used in the right way, and it's really, really good. But so many people have been using parallax scrolling too much, or the full page scroll, where what they call scroll jacking. When you scroll down with the scroll wheel, you don't have control over the scrolling of the page, and so you go from one. You're basically doing a PowerPoint where you're going from one slide down to another slide. To me, that one is overused or not really that effective. But when I saw this is the nice middle ground between, it's not really a parallax and it's not really a full page scroll, but yet it still lets you have different sections on a page and differentiate between them, but not have such a hard line. So everything is very, very smooth. Okay? Let's recap what I just did. There we go. Let's recap what I did. So first thing I did was I set up all my sections, okay? Each section has a certain height and has content inside of it, okay? And the very last div contains all the backgrounds that I'm going to change to. And with this background div right here, that's the overall background wrapper, I made sure that it's fixed to the back and z-index -1, okay? And then all of its child elements are going to be fixed to the back as well, but the lower you go, you want to set that z-index starting from auto to -1 to -1, -2, -3, and so on and so on and so on, okay? And after you do that, you want to set the interactions. And again, how the interactions go, it's very simple. You have a scroll trigger that affects its corresponding background element. Okay, so that's what's happening here. And you do the transition that you want. So what I'm doing is, when you scroll into the view of this certain section or row, you're setting the opacity to 100%. When you scroll out of view by 25%, then it goes to 0. Okay? And that's all it is. And what we learned, thanks to Alex, is you can also do background videos that you can also do backgrounds that scale. Okay? And that's what we were trying to do. This effect right here from hellohecko.com. They do a subtle zooming or a scaling effect with their background. Okay? So that's what we're able to do. And how we did that was, we learned that we have to, as far as background videos go, we have to have some sort of wrapper that does the scaling. Okay? Oh yeah. So yeah, this is the second half of the stream. So this is the part when you guys can ask any questions you want about Webflow, about the web design industry. Let's chat it up like how we nerds love to do. Talk about pixels. And also, if you have any Webflow.io links, if you're working on something inside of Webflow, show it off and let's see what you're working on. And also, this old site right here, when it comes to parallax scrolling, just want to show you Firewatch. I think it was Nawi who showed me this before the stream. But yeah, this one does parallax scrolling beautifully because it tells the story. You see a guy on top of a mountain. He's looking over a forest. And you scroll down. And that's how parallax scrolling should be. Subtle, simple, only happens once, and that's it. You know, it makes it beautiful because it does look like you're peering over, like you're using a drone or something, and you're going up on a drone. That is cool. Firewatchgame.com. Yes, yes. All right. Webflame, Great Escape, Delaware. Here we go. Are you up for the challenge? This was different, huh? You redesigned it. I think I've seen this, an older version of this, right? This is interesting. Okay, escape rooms. Okay. This is nice. Let's see here. Great Escape. So, like, I have no comments because it is clean. It does the job, but I don't know what it is when I first get here. Great Escape. When I hear Great Escape and the color scheme is bright and inviting, to me Great Escape means like I'm going to go on vacation. This is probably going to be some of the best hotel rooms in these like uncommon places to go to. And so I need to escape from the world because it's so bright. Nope, this is a redesign of a current site. Yeah. All right. But then you go here and it's puzzles. Now, I don't know how to visually portray puzzle rooms because I've never been to one. So this is where custom photography may come in handy. Is this one of the rooms? This is definitely a stock photo. This is definitely a stock photo. This is definitely a stock photo. Unless that's the actual one of the rooms or something. So it works. It works layout wise, but I think I would play around with the colors and the photography. Yeah. All right. And if anyone has seen the second episode of Black Mirror, that's what I'm thinking when I see these photos. Creepy. All right. Let's go to one more bit. Oh, shaken, not stirred. Okay, so I clicked on this because I thought it was a link. So when there is a drop-down menu, you can drag in a drop-down menu component. And I think Webflame, you remove the down arrow. I would keep the down arrow. The down arrow to me tells me before I even hover or even click on it that there is something. There is a sub nav when I either click or hover on this one link. Okay, because there's no down arrow, I clicked it, and because I clicked it and nothing happens. For a split second, I'm like, huh? So leave that down arrow. It helps. It helps. It's a road sign to tell the user before they even do anything, hey, there's a subnav. Okay, shaken, not stirred. Okay. Okay, so probably not done yet, but yeah. Actual photography of the place, of the product, you know, actual photography would really, really help. And I think it's because you're not done yet, you're in the middle of it, so yeah. Alright, that's creepy. New space. Alright, good job, it's clean. Oh, you put the X to show people that you're not ready. That's cool. All right. Going to the next one. Alex, what are you working on? 18 hours in the making. Just the homepage and a few interactions. All right, what are you working on? Body Outline Fitness Center. All right. Very modern. This right here, that's cool. Let me refresh. Loader. That's cool. That's cool. It's a way to tell the user there's more stuff below. Scroll down without putting a text layer or a text element saying scroll down, or even an animation of a mouse wheel being scrolled down. You're just using a line, kind of like a timeline, going down. That is cool. One more time. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Scroll down. Okay, Alex, this is where I think you should try this background scrolling interaction, because this is all about being smooth, subtle, refreshing, not such hard lines. Maybe this interaction that we talked about today can help, because I could see that happening for this site. I see more and more people doing these boxes that overlap in some way. I like them. They're different. Okay, nice. What if, I know it's going to take some time to reorganize some of your elements. Because this whole thing jumps out at me, what if this view was just a div that looked like a button, but in fact, this whole row was a button. So I can click anywhere I want in here rather than just having to click in here. Just little things, little UX things, but I'm loving it so far. Menu, nice. Oh, poof, it goes away. Poof. That's cool. Book a session. Ah, that's cool. I like that. Whoa. Wait a minute. Wait, is this? Oh, it's Calendly. So Calendly, Calendly. Here we go. Is it Calendly? No. Why is there a cat? There we go. Calendly. So yeah, there's this service that can do appointment stuff, and it looks like that's what Alex used. That's cool. I really like it. Good job. Good job. Great job. Great job. All right. Let's see here. Scrolling up. I missed a lot of stuff. Great escape. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Scott. I missed your link. We'll go to yours next. And yes, Interactions 2.0. The question. Not yet. Sorry, guys. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that we're still working on in the back end. I wish every week. One day I'm gonna get on this stream and be like, I'm just gonna say it. The first thing I'm gonna say on the stream when I finally get a date, I'm just gonna say it really fast. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, cool background. It looks like a background video. Was there any loading? Okay, yeah, there's... Oh, I like that. Little whoop. That's cute. Let's close this. There we go. Scroll down. Cool. Nice. Okay, see what I mean? Alex, this is what I mean. When I hover over this, I was thinking, oh, I can only click on this, or I can only click on this. Nope, I can click on the whole thing. Yeah, so something like that for your for your rows. Not sure. I think you're starting on an infographic where like probably lines are going to connect somehow or something like that. I'm not sure what this means. But then again, this is not my industry, so I'm not sure. But this is nice. Nice and clean. Whoop. Hey. Oh, you're using tooltips. That's cool. Good job. Hey guys, it's Nelson from Webflow, March 21st. Ahem. Yeah, it's a work in progress. Yeah, great job. Yeah, and you're probably using like tooltip, some sort of plugin or something. Great job with that. All right, moving up. I did body outline. Here is my project. Okay, Laurent, SSF. Tell me what you think. Oh, cool. Is that custom? Okay. There was some weird loading. Let's try it again. If I refresh, look at this bottom toolbar. Or I mean, horizontal scroll. I'm not sure what that is, but it's probably a layer that's going too far to the right or to the left. Alright, it's this thing right here. Yeah. So you need an overflow hidden in this section. And that'll stop the horizontal scrolling because this is what's happening. Okay, so fix that. I would use different colors here. Like maybe this can be like a softer gray, and this could be white, and this can be a softer gray because you want this. Since this is your main focus, the colors should be different. Okay. Looks like custom illustrations. Oh, it's a huge menu button. Okay. It's cute. Yeah. Good job. I think there's some text here. I don't know what that is. But yeah, watch out for your overflows. Alright, good job so far, Laurent. Nelson, how do you change the active state area for scroll buttons? The div that is active is only active up to the 50% point of the VH. Once the div passes the 50% of VH, the active state of the button turns off. Oh, how do you change the active state area? So that's okay. Let's see here. Let me see if I understand what you're saying. So let's go ahead and we'll just call it active. So we have a blank page. We're going to put a nav bar, and we're going to put a section and make this section say, we can call it active row. And each active row will be 800 pixels tall. Oh, too high. 600 pixels tall. And let's just center it, center. Put some stuff in row 1, 2, 3. Row 1, row 2, row 3. Let's delete this. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3, and then this guy goes to. Oh wait, need a. Okay, sorry. So I'm trying to quickly do what he's asking, and it has to do with the in-page scrolling, I think. So let's call this row 2. So I'm quickly doing in-page scrolling function, and he's saying the active state only stays for 50% of the height of the section. So let's see. Let's make sure we're talking about the same thing. Okay, so watch. The home is going to change to blue. Oh, I need to, sorry. Nav, I need to make that sticky. No, it's sticky. Cool. There you go. Home. Okay, so home turned blue. And then about turned blue. So, yeah, it's only 50%. Yeah, so you can't change. It seems like 50%. Except for that one. That one you go all the way out and then it's gone. So I think that's what Graham's asking. You cannot change the height, the active area, because that's hard coded into our platform. But that's a good question. Is it bothering your site or something? Or if so, let me know. Put your read-only link and maybe we can yeah, maybe we can fix it. All right, I'm gonna go on next question or site. Marius Indiehers. Okay, I probably said that wrong. I don't know this language. Okay, well, watch out. You have a horizontal scroll bar. Okay, the horizontal scroll bar is because this guy right here, this section is being pushed. So what you need to do is let me see here. Okay, yep. So what you need to do is you need to add a jQuery code that sets the body element to have an overflow of hidden. And then when you press this close icon, it removes the overflow hidden and changes it to overflow auto. Okay, but those are one of the things you can ask on the Webflow forums, and then someone will post that code for you. It's really simple, really simple. But so far, this is really nice. Watch out when stretching images. You can tell this is stretched, like it's been elongated. Watch out for those. If you're using Flexbox, I think you're probably using Flexbox. Make sure that this isn't affected by the Flexbox. You want to set it to its original size rather than making it elongated. Here we go. AngelBot. That's cool. Probably something you're supposed to put something here. Yeah, same thing here. Watch out for you got to keep those images in ratio. Nice. Yeah, it's very clean. Love this sites you guys are showing me today. Great job. It's very, very clean. Oh, that's cool. It takes you to it, and then it brings this guy in. All right. That's cool. It waits a couple seconds and for it to close, and then it scrolls down to it. Not sure how you did that. I want to learn. All right. Let's see here. Zebra. Yes, Zebra's here. 20 hours for this. Jason, let's go. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Here we go. This is different. This is cool. I like how this line follows the text. That's cool. Using a lot of triangles. Everything is italicized. That's cool. And it fits with the brand because the brand it looks like a credit card that's like moving forward. It's fast. It's digital. This is nice. Man. Oh, man. You're using 3D transforms or something? Oh, that's so cool. All right. Custom icons. Nice. Wondering why does that... Okay, it's probably just me. All right. No, yeah, I got nothing to say about this one. Oh. I what can I say? This is really nice. Man. And it only took you 20 hours. I'm impressed. Great job. What? Okay. Okay, this one right here. Not sure if something's supposed to be in there, or maybe just make these flex box so it goes stretch and you don't need this red bar. Because this red bar to me looks like a call to action, like there needs to be a button here or something like that without any text inside of it, and there's so much room because you already have the same pattern going on. I feel like something's supposed to happen here. Man. Okay. Okay. All right. These three are images. All right. So this one, I really think you should take a little bit more time. You've already gone this far. Go finish it off. All these images, they're not SEO friendly. Recreate these. Okay, you already have the pattern and you're already good to go. Recreate these as regular divs with actual live text. You're almost there. Okay, you want these to be picked up by search engines. Okay, register now. Oh, that's a big form. I like it. Great job, Jason. Jason. You rock. So, all right, we're gonna do 2 more links. Jordan, what are you working on? Oh, watch out for your horizontal scrolling. Not sure why it's happening, but watch out. Yeah, like I said, everyone's doing something different than just a hard straight line. Really good. Does it scroll? Oh, it doesn't scroll down. Interesting. So here, learn more and a down arrow. I thought this would make me scroll down because I have a down arrow that's telling me there's more below the page. If this is taking me to a different page, I wouldn't say learn more. I would say view our process, and the arrow would be pointing to the right, not down. Okay, because when I click on this, learn more, I want to learn more about the company. When I click on this, I'm learning more about your process. I didn't know I was going to go there. So you got to leave road signs for your users. For the people who are going to come to your site, leave them road signs. Learn about our process or view our process, something like that. Learn more is a very basic default term. And it just, imagine seeing a road sign that says, keep going. And then you're driving and you're like, keep going. What does that mean? Keep going. Keep going where? I don't know, just keep going. All right? So careful with your call to actions. Capabilities. Okay, so I would reuse this in some way because now you have a hard line here. Okay? All right, your icons are too thin. Maybe make the lines thicker for these. Okay, it's really, really thin. Okay, so you're almost there. And I'm not sure if you want them to be stacked in different heights, but you can totally use Flexbox for this. Watch out for your spacing. You have a lot of spacing here. And then it gets a smaller spacing, and then very small spacing, and then hardly any spacing. And then a lot of spacing. So be more consistent with your spacing. Okay, see how this is contact us and it's pointing to the right? That means, okay, I know that I'm going to click on this and I'm going to go to the contact us page. Okay, whereas this one, it doesn't tell me where I'm going. So I can go to your process. Okay, we have interactions here. Cool. I'm not sure what the dots mean. Oh, okay. Okay. The 4Ds. Oh, wow. All right, you did some work on this one. So, oh, good job. Okay. So, okay, see how you're doing the backgrounds fading in and out? Or the whole, actually the whole section is fading in and out and dropping down. Okay, this is where what we learned this morning in the first half of this, where it can really help. You know, the subtle, the background transitions. All right. All right, Jordan, great job. Hope that helps. All right, last one. Sorry, guys. Unless I can go through this one fast, but I want to give everyone the right amount of time. Okay? Okay. So first thing, a lot of things happening here. I hope I'm saying this name right. Darren? Heron? Is the D silent? Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah. I'm happy that you have an in-context background image. Okay, I understand what you do now. I'm happy that your photo's there. It's a good headshot. What could be better is there's a lot of text on this right here. There's a lot of things that you're trying to tell the user in such a small amount of space. You're telling me your name, but then it becomes a wall of text. And then you're trying to tell the user to get in touch by making that button move all the time, which is distracting me from trying to read all the text you put into this hero row. So I would suggest don't make the button move. If people want to get in touch with you, they will. But how do you make them get in touch with you? Not with an animation that's continuously moving. You tell them by telling your story. And people know, if people who've been watching the stream already knows that telling your, I always say tell your story first. So maybe, let's see here. Are you a potential client? Wait, just message me. Get back in. New content will be on regularly. Okay. That doesn't really say anything about you. Oh, okay. About me. Okay. So you're going to replace that. Okay. I've started working with different companies. What I'm looking for is your story. Nowadays, everything I feel like it's worth investing time into learning skills. So you can say something along the lines of your traditional graphic design skills translates seamlessly into the digital age, and you love learning new skills all the time or something like that. So something to the sense of, I like to learn and apply my learning to help you, my potential clients. I want to help you by using my traditional and modern skills to help you reach your own goals. Okay? So that's what you're trying to do. You're helping the clients reach their goals. And I think some sort of message like that would be very powerful in here. And all of this, I think, could be removed. Okay? And also, this could be removed because you already talk about it in About Me. So just say who you are, why you're in this industry, and how you can help clients reach their goals. And if they are riveted enough by your story and your portfolio, they will get in touch with you. Okay? So there's that. More skills. Okay, cool. All right, I think I have time for one more. Naweed, here we go. The Wise Goblin says, is Webflow front end? It's front end, and you can still create a back end CMS with it. Check out webflow.com/CMS for more information about that. Yeah, so this is my last one. Naweed, oh wow, it looks like a book. Okay, it's a book, and it's telling me to scroll down. So here we go. Got engaged. Oh, I thought you got engaged. Okay, that's cool. I like how you're doing that Z thing, the zigzag. Nice. And see what I mean, Alex? Darren? He doesn't have a bouncing button. The form is at the bottom. So if I really like this person's work, I'm going to contact that person and see, like, okay, let's have a meeting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's super clean. I don't know. I mean, you know me, I like photos, so I know who I'm about to talk to. But everyone's portfolio is up to them. It's not for me to say what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. These are just suggestions. So, Naweed, love your logo. I love this hero row. It's different. It's really eye-catching. And it says scroll down without saying scroll down. So that's cool. All right. That's the last one. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to try to get a special guest next week. And yeah, thank you, Alex, for helping me with that scaling effect. I'm going to post this background site on my public page, and also I'll put a link on the forum post for this stream. It's going to be on the forums. Let's do our usual sign-offs, okay? If you have any account, billing, or technical issues with Webflow, let me know and the rest of the customer support team over at support@webflow.com. If you have any design or custom code issues, the very helpful and global community over at forum.webflow.com is willing to help you out. They are taking their free time and wanting to genuinely help the web design community and the Webflow community grow. And if you get an answer or you learn something, please pass that forward and help someone else. Social media, it's twitter.com/webflow app or facebook.com/webflow. You can hit me up on Twitter at @thepixelgeek. This stream happens every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific. And also, if you're new to Webflow, every Wednesday at 10 a.m., I'm doing a Crowdcast Intro to Webflow webinar. So if you're new, please join me there. I go through a lot of things about Webflow for beginners to help you get acquainted with the platform. So join me. Look for it on Crowdcast or find it on my Twitter. We'll post it on the forums too. Anything else? I think that's about it. Thank you guys. Great websites, great work. And as always, and you're already doing it, make the web beautiful. See you next week.